Alright, here's another original of mine. It's called Cornflower. Hey little sister, bring your head by the fire and give yourself a rest. And I'll tell you about old Cornflower, the sheriff hound of the West. Now old Cornflower liked to smoke golden Virginia in his antique pipe. He liked to go thinking wise man thoughts and breaking up shoot like fights. He had anesthesia chewing up between his teeth and his dirty gums. He had lemon wood polish shining up on all his prize guns. He didn't like the cats in the lounge that came rocking around on the door. He kept his waistcoat pocket clean and his tail on the floor, and they all said, if you want to get around in that town, you better stay away from that good old hound. If you want to get around in that town, stay away from Cornflower the hound.
A sheriff hound, that is.
And old Cornflower liked to hang out with the old widows down in Old Widow Row. In fact, that was his favorite lemonade date place that he liked to go. He had a grandfather clock born from the War of 1812. He had a bunch of books he liked to read and recite to himself. He had eyes of stone and a nose for blood. He would go around saying, how do you do? Keeping his tail in the mud. He didn't like the spider outlaws that came rocking up and down the street. He didn't like the way they would prance and dance on their tiny feet. And they'd all say, if you want to get around in that town, stay away from that good old hound. If you want to get around in that town, stay away from Cornflower the hound.
A sheriff hound, that is.
Oh, Cornflower. And let me tell you one last thing about that old Cornflower. No, that old Cornflower got into a short and untimely end. He didn't have too many enemies, but he even had fewer friends. He got into a gunfight down by the Velvet Lounge. He kicked and screamed and he yelled for help, but no one came to the aid of that hound. He was lying there down the floor, trying to get some help. But everybody pretended not to hear all his yells. In fact, they were happy that old Cornflower wasn't around. They were sick and tired of being hounded by that good old hound. They all say, if you want to get around in that town, stay away from that good old hound. If you want to get around in that town, stay away from Cornflower the hound.
A sheriff hound, that is. All right.